EVE Online's only source for news from Notoras. Notoras is your portal to a truly one-of-a-kind low-security experience. Come explore all we have to offer in the best system in New Eden. In anomaly news, there is a large Hedbergite anomaly ready and available, much to the delight of local industrialists. Local buy orders for Hedbergite are the highest in New Eden. In combat mechanics news, the non-Minmatar interdictors have received upgrades to make them more competitive, and the non-nullified interceptors received a really fun propulsion overheat bonus. Hickapas Hia, CEO of Lie-Die Protection Services, garnering some headlines this week when, at the Notoras System Council meeting, answering some jackassy questions, he said, and I quote, "Do you have developmental problems? I struggle to understand how anyone could take politics as a genuine state of affairs. Because politics is like a mullet. If you only look at it from one perspective, it may be able to pass as a totally professional and business-like situation. But if you look closer, if you take a peek at the other perspectives, you're more likely to think to yourself, oh, there is something profoundly sick about these individuals." End quote. In sports news, Frank Poldy caught the final blow on this beautiful motherfucker right here. The legend Quake 590 with top damage. If you don't know what an enforcer is, that is because they are rare as fuck. An enforcer is like a rapier that's been eating Benzedrine for 3 days straight. An enforcer is like King Kong with a bigger cock. And these badasses take it down with a malediction, a thrasher, and a thorax. No losses. After, Quake 590 took the pod worth $2 billion. And that is the news from Notoras. At the Notoras News, we think highly of our subscribers, and we are not the only ones. In a recent scientific study, it was determined that all the best people in New Eden subscribe to the Notoras News. Let me just say, on behalf of the Notoras News team, that we already knew that. So I was down on Planet 3 walking my dog with my girl, as you do, and a parakeet flies up to us. And we are in Indiana, which is not parakeet country. So my girl, she's incredible, she catches this parakeet with her bare hands, like Mike Tyson. You remember those videos of Mike Tyson catching pigeons? It was like that. So now my girl has this parakeet biting the shit out of her hand. And we're thinking some child's gonna come around the corner any minute like, Mister, have you seen my parakeet? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, my girl caught it like Tyson, she's incredible. So after just a little bit, we realized that we're gonna need some kind of cage for this bird until we find the owner, because nobody seems to be looking for it in our direct vicinity. So we get a cage, and we post this parakeet on lost animals websites and shit. Spoiler alert, ain't nobody looking for a parakeet. Now I'm pretty smart at some things, but when it comes to parakeets, I'm a fucking idiot. I guess on the bright side, this parakeet loves Michael Jackson. I mean, you put on some MJ, and this little dude will just lose his shit. So I guess that's my silver lining.